y'all, it's me, Barb. I'm over at Arby's. I have gotten the 3, can you count them? 1, 2, 3 barbecue sliders. I've been kind of interested in them. They're only like $2.49 each, I think. I mean, my total for all 3 of them, well, let's look at the receipt. My total for all 3 of them was $6.94. The sales tax was 45 cents. So yeah, each one was $2.49. So, you just want, just get one for a little snackaroo. But anyway, I just thought, I love me a barbecue, and I don't know people who barbecue around me, and we don't do it at home. But a good old barbecue, oh, I love me some barbecue ribs. Oh, we went to one place one time in South Carolina, and they had the dry rub. I was like, what's a barbecue rib without that gooey, yummy sauce? But anyway, I don't know what we're in for, but we're going to find out. Hey, you know what I should have done? I should have prepared. I never prepare. But anyway, they're all in these little, here's all 3 of them. See, well, I have a plate. That's preparation. That's preparation. Anyway, let me put them all, well, let's just take a look at each one, okay? Ooh. Ooh, they smell so good. Okay, this one is the, oh gosh, I can't tell. I think this one is the rib. Doesn't that look yummy? The country style barbecue ribs. This one, oh, they're this little cute little things, but really is plenty. This is, oh my God, I didn't know it was fried chicken. This is the fried chicken barbecue. Take a little look. See, they're hot, so it's okay that I'm taking them out. They won't be cold when I eat them, even if I eat one a half an hour from now. I mean, they're burning my leg just sitting on them. And this is the BBQ Roast Beef. Ooh, 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 ooh. We're going to have some fun. I am having a good dinner today. I have not had any meat all day. What time is it? I don't know what time it is. I know it's after 3. I don't know what time that means. Okay, what's this? Oh, it's a little onion ring. This is a feast. Now, I know back when I started 15 months ago, I guess, doing this YouTube stuff, I saw people hating on Arby's. Now, I know they're not like they used to be when they started back in the 60s. I think it was the 60s, maybe the early 70s. I mean, that was, whew, they would have stacks of roast beef. Then they sliced really high. The classic was like really high. Well, it wasn't that high. It was probably about that high, but oh my gosh. But they've come out with some new stuff, so we got to try it, right? Well, I got to try it. Well, I know I don't have to do nothing, but I want to try it. Anyway, okay, so let's look at this little plate of delight. Look at all 3 sitting there, purty as a picture. Purty as a picture. How you all doing? Are you doing all right? I hope you are. And if you're not, just hold on, my friends. Get on that raft and just float over the waves of how you're feeling. Don't put judgment on your feelings. Don't put judgment on your emotions. It's how we react to them, And if you're sad, well, I believe in honoring that. Of course, sometimes you got to get on with it and you just be as gentle as you can be. Oh my goodness, I'm looking across here. I'm like, what is that building? It's a new Starbucks. They're building a new Starbucks. Those Starbucks places are just growing and growing. I don't know. I'm not a coffee drinker. I love Starbucks, but I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm trying. I love me some coffee ice cream. You all know that. Okay. This looks fun. We'll see what happens. Well, should I try one right away? Well, I suppose that's why we're here. Okay, I'm going to try the roast beef, the barbecue. This is the barbecue roast beef slider. Okay, let's see what's in here. Oh, I don't know what that is. It looks like a worm. I think that's supposed to be, that's supposed to be an onion ring, you all. A crispy onion ring. Oh, I say if you can't do it, just don't. If you can't do it nice, just don't do it. I don't know if it really adds to it. I'll take one bite with the onion ring on it. And then I'll take the onion rings off. Let me look on the other side, see what we got. Oh my goodness. Got one little pickle there. But hang on, let me show you. The little pickle. So I'm going to try a bite with the pickle and the onion ring, and then I'm taking that stuff off, you all. I'm just doing that for you because I love you. Okay, let me take a bite, right? Oh my goodness, so I got a pickle, roast beef, barbecue sauce, and what seems to be a little onion ring. These are the onions, you all. They're really tiny little gals. Okay. I've never had one with pickle and barbecue sauce and onion ring. Well, it's all right, but for me, it's too many flavors. So I'm taking off the pickle. I mean, that's a nice pickle. Oh, I'm picking up the wrong one. And I don't really taste the onion ring because that barbecue sauce is like hot and nice. It's not too spicy, but a little kick to it. Let's just take all this mess off. I'm doing a great review, aren't I? I'm taking everything off of it. Well, heck. I did it my way. Okay, let's take a bite, right? Well, something new and different. I gotta tell you, if I was gonna have a slider, I'd rather just have the regular roast beef with the Arby sauce. The barbecue sauce is kind of nice. It's got a little kick to it. Nothing heavy duty. But comparatively, yeah, I'd much rather have the regular roast beef. So I would give that 1 out of 10, 6 on the side of the road, never want to hear or speak of it again. And 10, am I too close to you? Close to you. Why do barbecue sliders get so messy? I guess it's the sauce, just like me. They long to be. I don't know. I know what I could sing, but I'm not gonna sing it. Have you figured it out? Ooh, this is for the PG people. Okay. Oh, here's another little. Let me see. Here's a little, one of these little onion rings. Let's see if there's any onion in it. No. Well, there's the flavor of onion, but I don't find any onion ring in that onion ring. No onion in the onion rings. That should be a song. There's no onion in the onion rings of life. There's no onion in the onion rings of life. We gotta get back to the onions in the onion rings of life. Okay, I'm goof. So, I know crumble this week, I kept alluding to that was gotten really berry in our neighborhood, which it has. So I'm going to tell you about that, okay? Because I know I kind of left you with a cliffhanger. I'm going to take another bite. Okay. We're going to try the other ones. So, of course, it's spring here in the mountains. I'm looking out at a gorgeous view. I might want to show you, but every time I show you, I feel like it just doesn't capture anything. I might try to show you. At the end of this, we'll walk outside. Maybe I'll try to do it through my car window. Car windows are a little dirty. Well, if you go to Arby's, what do you like to order at Arby's? I'd love to know. You may not go to Arby's, but I know they're higher priced, but if you get a little slider, it's kind of a little fun. I used to love their ham and Swiss sliders. Oh, I'd come by and get that for lunch. It's nice. $2.50. Anyway, okay. So the bears. Well, should we try another one? Okay, the bears. Let me just tell you one of my bear stories. So, well, I was just driving in, and there was a big bear and a teenage bear off of Tunnel Road into the Hall Creek area, right out inside the mountain. So that wasn't any big spiel, but still. Let's try the chicken. Now, you all, I was thinking it was going to be grilled chicken. So I'm a little nervous about even eating this thing. I'll probably just take a bite of it and say goodbye, tally-ho, good neighbor. And again, there's a pickle in it. No, there's a little pickle in it. The pickles are good. They're not like a regular typical dill pickle. They're more like cucumber-y feeling. Yeah, these onion rings are just kind of a joke. I hate to tell you, I love a good onion ring. I know one time at Outback, I got the bloomin' onion. Hoo-hoo! Oh, I really echoed in my car. I'm a little loud when I get excited. I don't think you've noticed that. Anyway, let's take a bite, right? Oh, you all. Oh, you all. Darn. I really wanted this to be good. I'd give this a 6 out of 10. That roast beef one, maybe I'd give a 6.5 or a 7. I mean, it's all right. You know, if you like fried chicken barbecue, goodness, I tell you, I parked here and it's like, I ran out of handy wipes. I ran over to the Dollar General and got me a bottle because I'm so glad I did. I almost did this review without going to, I bought 2 different kinds of handy wipes without going to the Dollar General. I'm so glad I did. Oh, goodness sakes. I don't know how I would have done this review. Oh, you all, I got to tell you something. Back in the day, this was probably in the 70s. I would think it was in the 70s. All I know is we went down to Florida to visit my grandmother, who's long since passed years ago, decades and decades ago. She died, I think, in the 70s. So, wonderful woman, tall. Oh, just beautiful. Oh, I just love that, my grandmother. But anyway, we called her Big Grandma because we had this other grandmother that was a lot shorter, so she was called Little Grandma. They didn't seem to mind. But anyway, I hope they didn't. But anyway, oh, my grandmother used to sing, all the Dutchmen have big feet. She would put her hand on my foot ever since I was a little toddler. All the Dutchmen have big feet, especially when their name is Pete. I loved it when she did that. Anyway, oh, there's so many things I could tell you about my grandmother. But anyway, so it was like one of the last times we all got together. It was like a little mini family reunion at this restaurant for lunch. And we had a big long table, and everyone sat around it. My grandmother was at the head of the table. And I love this. I love this about life. She sat at that table. She could be really stately. She always stood straight up, and she was tall. And she stood there, and she was just talking to everybody, you know. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Little did she know, the whole time she was talking, she had gotten barbecue ribs. She had barbecue all the way around her face as she's talking really like, really serious. Oh, you really think so? I see that image in my head all the time. I think it's funny. I loved her. She was good to me. She would come to visit. Oh, I didn't mean to talk about this. I was going to talk about bears. She would come to visit, and she would, in her suitcase, she always brought a little present, you know, for all. I don't know. I think it was for everybody, you know, or at least the youngest kids in the family. And then she taught me how to pack my suitcase, which was a wonderful gift. She could pack up anything. She just roll it. She was always known as being a wonderful traveler. She loved to travel, and so if she was going from Florida to Michigan, she might stop in Kansas and then go to Pennsylvania and then go to Ohio and then go to Wisconsin, then get to Michigan. I mean, we always laughed about how she loved to travel. But anyway, and when she was like 87, she went back to where she was born. She was born in Haarlem, Holland, in Amsterdam. Not in Amsterdam, in Haarlem, Haarlem. And she went back there when she was like 86, I think. She was 86 or 87, and they did a big parade for her. Her father owned the grocery store there, and they lived upstairs. And her name was Jenny, and oh God, I know. I was gonna say Wilhelmina. That's not it. Van. Oh, of course it was a Van. It was Dutch. Van. Oh, I know her last name. Jenny. Oh, goodness. I can't remember. Oh, goodness. I tell you, getting old. Those braids are... You can get all mad and frustrated with yourself, or you can just laugh. I have told Penny, I said, I'm just going to laugh. I know it's serious, but I'm just going to laugh at it because there's no use in getting upset. Anyway, let's try the third flyer. See what I mean? The third slider from Arby's. And this is the Arby's BBQ Country Style Ribs. It's got those pretend onion rings on it too. That was a mistake. So let me show you the inside of this. Can you see that? It's 2 little ribs, some little pretend onion rings. Oh, I don't know who they think they're fooling. A little pickle. Okay, I'm going to take a bite. My hope is that this one's good, you all. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. You all. That was not a fair taste test bite. That's what happens when you get cheap stuff. I have some off-brand disinfectant or something on my hands that's making them smell. So then the whole barbecue thing, I think this is the best one, actually. I'm washing my hands with water down here. I get one of these napkins. Okay. Now they smell better. Now I'll take a bite. Oh my goodness, I tell you. So anyway, bears. So then there was a bear, and we saw him. Big bear was crossing the street. I was over at the firemen talking on the porch with the firefighters, and he was walking across. He ran side of a building, side of a house, and back of another house in the front, and the firefighter was grilling out like 6 or 8 chicken ribs, chicken breast of chickens, and the bear kind of walked over and then kind of looked at the firefighter and then kind of put his head down and kept going. Well, then, which that was lucky, because I was walking to my car. I was backing up to my car. I said, I'm not getting in the middle of a bear and grilled out chicken. Whew. And so he went, and then we didn't know this at first, but then we heard some sounds. Then he went to the house behind us and got in their trash cans, and you could hear the guy that lives there yelling at him, and then he ran, and then all of a sudden you could see him running back across the street again to the side of the street we were on, like quite a few houses down. And I was like, oh, that little guy was having a time of it. But anyway, it's wild, but sometimes I sit in that hammock and I go, I can't be eating anything in this hammock. Every once in a while, like I was saying on the crumble thing, I was eating a scone, part of a scone, just wanted to taste it, and I was like, I'm going to be, that bear comes, I'm throwing it out. But, there's somebody in our neighborhood that's feeding the bears. Well, that's the rumor. That's what I was told. I don't know. I don't know that. I can't predict. And I don't think that's right. I don't even think it's legal. Maybe it is legal. I don't know. But, because then if somebody gets hurt by a bear, they shoot the bear. It's like, I don't know about this planet. Okay, let me take a bite without smelly hands of this. And then I'll tell you my other bear story. Well, there's always bear stories, but I'm going to tell you one that happened just the other night. Okay. It's a nice big chunks of the rib. I like that taste. Let me see. I was like, oh, this tastes funny. And then I realized it was the handy wipe. Yeah, it's not. It wasn't. Oops. Pretend onion ring falling on the floor. Well, that's the best slider in my mind. A lot of meat on it. I wouldn't get these again. But if you just want to, some meat for $2.50, get a little Arby's BBQ Country Style Ribs. That's the best one, I think. So, I don't know if I can give it an 8. I give that one a 7.5, 7.75. And then the roast beef a 7. And the chicken a 6. Maybe 5.5. That's what I would do. Okay, let me tell you the last story and then I'll leave you. Oh, God, it's already late. Okay. Is that... it's so weird. So the other night, the people that live behind us have 2 dogs. And they used to bark when they were little, but the owners are just really... or I should say the 2-legged people that live with the dogs got them to stop. So anyway... But the other night, we just heard this barking, and I said, Penny, I just got up. I said, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Because the bark was completely different. It sounded like more of a panic bark. I can't even explain how it sounded different. And so I got up, and I started flashing lights, our outdoor lights, all over the place. I thought, I hope he doesn't think, I could hear him yelling, the guy that lives there. And I thought, I hope he doesn't think I'm mad that they're barking and he's yelling. I said, because I just wanted the lights to go flashing off and on. So because right away I thought it was a bear. Now, we have bobcat and coyote, but for some reason, I thought it was a bear. And and I found out, you all, this is what happened. So he texted me and he says, I hope we didn't disturb you. There was a bear in our yard. And I said, no. And I texted him back and said, well, then we ended up talking the other day. And what happened was his wife has a baby and he was just letting the dogs out just for a little quick, end of the night. Yoo-hoo. You know what I mean? Anyway, and to do their jobs and he just, just going to be for a few seconds. Well, that barking happened. Ended up, the bears were in the yard. They have one of those, wire fence, the metal fenced in yards, a big yard. And, excuse me. And I've already done the review if you don't want to listen anymore. Okay. And so tally ho. Okay. So anyway, so he came out and he saw the bears, and one bear was climbing over the fence into their trash cans, which I don't get what's in their trash cans because, the bears get in trash cans all over the place. But, when that one bear didn't even go towards the grill out of, 6 or 8 breasts of chicken and then they go into the trash can, I don't know. There must be something good in that trash can. Anyway, so he came out and he started yelling, and the bear, he said, got up and went, "Arr!" I said, that's the warning shot. You be careful. You could have been mauled. And, once he's mauled, of course, hope he lives. But then they kill the bear. Anyway, the dogs were okay. He says, I don't know what I would have done if he started coming after. I guess I would have run for my dogs first. I said, no. You just run in that house. I said, yes, of course, you don't want your dog safe. But anyway, he did the dog, and he started yelling and, making himself really big, which is what you're supposed to do with our brown bears here in western North Carolina in the mountains. And the bear ended up getting out of their yard and moving on. But, whoo, doggies, I tell you. And then we had 3 deer right in the, they were behind our house last summer, but this summer they're in front of our house in the big intersection. I was like, it was really early in the morning. I said, don't bait deers. I love deer, but I don't want to eat my flowers. My flowers. Let me take one more bite. Yeah. Let me tell you. These aren't the best things at Arby's. Honestly, I'd rather just get a classic or a junior roast beef sandwich. But something fun for the summer. You might love them. If you keep the pretend onion rings and the pickle on it, and then the barbecue and the meat, it has a nice little, wave of different tastes and crunch and all that stuff. So that's a little fun. So you might really like it. But anyway, I've talked long enough. I hope you all are well. And until the next time, tally ho, good neighbors. Happy trails to you. Take care, all right? Good care of yourself. Bye-bye.